Maui.
Ohio Republicans are looking to overhaul the state's sports gambling industry.
A new proposal by GOP lawmakers would ban online betting and prohibit sports betting. The proposal faces a steep uphill
TurboTax.com/free.
Here's what's happening. Iran,
the ongoing ceasefire.
I think the Iranians thought the ceasefire included Lebanon, and it just didn't.
NATO.
NATO's a paper tiger.
He is disappointed.
570WKBN.com.
This program is furnished by the program participants.
Now, Ron Verb on News Radio 570 WKBN.
Well, Heidi-ho, News Radio 570 WKBN. It's 5:06. Here on News Radio 570 WKBN, it's Thursday, and between 5 and 6 on Thursday, it's a long-standing tradition. We present to you the longest-running legal show on radio. 35-plus years of answering your legal questions, pointing you in the right direction, solving your problems. We don't send you a bill. That's a long time for doing that. All brought to you by the law firm of Beatrice Kopp that's probably do that for you. So any issues you have as far as the law is concerned, all of my lines are open between now and 6 o'clock as we start the broadcast. We freed up our phone bank and every line is open for just legal questions for attorneys tonight. So if you have any legal questions, you call me right now and get in rotation at 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. I said 330-729-9977. We'll get you through to our local lines and get you on the air with our attorneys tonight. One more time on that phone number, 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. 9977 will get you through to us here on News Radio 570 WKBN. And we go to the law firm of Beatrice Kopp, and we see who joins us tonight. Is the Kingmaker available, David Beatrice? Tonight?
Not only is the Kingmaker available, I'm the only one here.
And sometimes it's kind of nice to kick back and relive some of the good old days.
Good
as
old
they say,
days,
David.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Frank's on vacation again. Little Frankie. He takes about 5 or 6 vacations a year.
As hard as he works, I think they're...
As hard as he works, I don't work hard once.
Yes, as I said, as hard as he works, I think they're well-deserved vacations.
Okay. Jimmy Melfi is not here. He's gallivanting all over the country with Brian, taking depositions.
As hard as Jimmy Melfi does, traveling the country to try to bring justice on behalf of the clients of Beatrice Kopp, I find that very admirable.
Yeah, of course. Everything. Frankie works hard. Jimmy works hard. Brian, of course, never does the show.
You know, Brian Kopp is one of those great guys that folks, I'm telling you, he can explain the most complicated things so that you can understand it. He's a great medical malpractice attorney and just has a terrific record with it. Very good at explaining things so that you can get a good concept and understanding it. So, you know, kudos to Brian as well. Where do we go to after Brian?
Tally's not here.
You know, Tally I find extremely impressive with how quickly she's adapted to the firm, and she's like a sponge, and what she absorbs and learns.
Yeah, she is like a
Frank,
sponge.
and what she's learned from Melfi and from Frank and attorney Mark DeVecchio. I find it very impressive. She's very
and
sharp.
Mark DeVecchio's not here because he's running for judge.
Yes, and Mark DeVecchio is one of those guys that you just admire. And as I've said over the years, he's the best family law lawyer around. And when I look at a person like Mark DeVecchio, is there any wonder why he wants to be a judge? Because he's
running for domestic relations judge. So there you go.
Excellent guy for that position. Years.
So you're left with me.
Soul. And then there's you. You come on. You got the broken dinghy,
Mr. Dependable.
Mr. Dependable, broken dinghy and all. Still willing to come on the air and make things happen, right? Did you happen to see that? I was thinking of you when that guy supposedly was taking his wife back to his boat or something, and she fell out of the dinghy. And,
he murdered her.
And floated away. Did you see that story?
Yeah.
So
well, you don't get on a dinghy without a life preserver right there.
Mm-hmm.
So if his wife fell over, the thing to do is turn the dinghy around and throw her the life preserver.
You would like to think she would have it on in the first place, wouldn't you?
Sometimes I wear it when I'm riding the dinghy. Sometimes it's just right next to me.
It should always be on. I mean, you should always have it on because you never know when an accident can happen. But boy, I'm glad. The first thing I thought is, oh, he survived or she fell overboard with the key or whatever. He had to row back to shore.
He murdered her.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Anytime a spouse dies, a girlfriend or boyfriend dies, the number one suspect is always the wife, the husband, the boyfriend, the girlfriend.
Right.
Always.
Right. But the interesting thing was when I was hearing about the story on the news, as soon as they said dinghy, I thought of you. I don't know why. It's like automatic.
Do you know how many people stop me and go, has your dinghy been fixed?
And the answer is no.
The answer is no, because Justin started suing for my dinghy.
Right.
Then he passed it to Jimmy. Right. And it is so on the back burner of Jimmy's cases. I'm like the shoemaker's son. I have holes in my shoes. Okay.
Right. Well, it's like a lot of people say at your age, what difference does it make if the dinghy's broke? I
had to buy a new dinghy. It wasn't better than my old dinghy.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought a new dinghy. I sold my golf cart. I got to get a golf cart or some electric bikes. I don't know what I'm going to get yet.
Can I tell you something else? And this will give you a big ego.
Go
Are
ahead.
you ready? Are you sure? I got to tell you something. Sometimes on my Facebook, you'll pop up. There'll be a video of you just talking about life, I guess, is what you would say.
Life.
You were
law.
There was a no. I'm going to tell you, it wasn't law. It was actually really funny. He was sitting in his basement throwing the ball to the
my
dog back and
drives
forth.
me
It was
nuts.
hilarious.
That dog, he wears me out.
I mean, folks, you would have to picture this video. I
Oh.
so enjoyed watching to it, and I just laughed. He's sitting there on a couch throwing the ball. The dog brings it back, throwing the ball, and he does a little video saying, "This is about the 65th time I've done
And
this."
I'm telling you, I could throw it. I was FaceTiming my youngest son, Alexander. I threw the ball 65 times. Finally, after 65 times, he came back. He says, I'm a little tired now. I go, you're a little tired now. Okay. I can't get him any plush toys because he rips them apart and then the stuffing goes all over the basement. Okay. He's a golden doodle and they're little terrorists, what I call them. My dog's a terrorist. I don't know what else to say to you.
I looked at this video and I said, there's the most influential lawyer in Mahoning County, Trumbull County, Columbiana County, right there looking totally exhausted, sitting on his couch, throwing this ball to a golden doodle again and again and again.
And then he brings it back to me. He'll set it on my hand. And when I try to go get it, he messes with me. Okay?
Mhm.
He like tortures me. Okay, so for all those out there that would like to have me be tortured, believe me, my dog tortures me. Okay?
Before I go to phone calls, I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
And I've asked this over the years, and I'm going to ask you a question. I always think about it this time of the year when all these people are running for these judgeships. Why don't you ever run?
Listen, man, I love you, Ron. I'm never running for office.
But why wouldn't you want to be let me put it, and I don't mean to say this or betray. Obviously, it would be a financial hit for you. I mean, a lot of lawyers that run for this.
Not the last couple of years. Brian's off on a frolic, so we'll see what happens with the frolic he's off on.
All right, but it would be a financial hit for you because you'd be actually making less money. But a lot of people that are running for it, it's the biggest paycheck they'll ever have. But with your years of experience in explaining the law and being a successful attorney in the cases that you've done, that's the makeup of what could be a great judge.
I believe because I've been both a special prosecutor and a defense lawyer, and I've tried a gazillion cases. I think I'd make an excellent judge. But I have no desire to run for office.
Why?
Because I'll be honest with you, there's too many compromising pictures of me floating around the internet on my boat doing all kind of chicanery, and they would get leaked to the press, and then my wife might get mad at me if she saw some of those pictures.
Really?
So, people send me pictures all the time of me, and I'm like, where did you take that at? Like, how did I get in this position? Because people are always snapping pictures of me.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking one time on the Navy Pier in downtown Chicago, and someone came up to me and said, hello, Dave Beatrice. Do you know how that freaked me out?
Well, I remember the time that we saw that picture, you walking in the concrete, but you claim it wasn't you. But
no, I walked in the concrete. I did.
Right. But I mean, in all reality, let me give you a comparison with no joking about it. Okay, so just bear with me. The thing that is great about Kirschbaum, for people who
he's
don't know,
afraid of me, by the way. He won't admit Judge Kirschbaum.
Okay,
no,
knock it off.
He won't. No, he's afraid of me. I tell him what to do.
All right, listen to me. Kirschbaum was an excellent attorney. He was a damn good attorney before he was ever a judge. So when he became a judge, he became a damn good judge because he was an excellent attorney. The same scenario could be said for you.
Yeah, here's the problem with that, Ron. Okay, yeah. I'm 66. Okay, I'll be 67 soon.
Mm-hmm.
And once you're 70, you can't be a judge anymore. So unless I run for it in the next 3 years, which I never foresee myself doing it, I can't ever run. I would never want to do it. Look, I've given a lot to the community. Even though you don't think being a chairman is the treasure I spent being the chairman.
I watched those years. Yeah.
I won many awards being the best chairman in Ohio. I was the best. I won an award for being the top Democrat in Ohio. And all that doesn't mean caca. Okay?
Right. It's a pain in the butt job.
It's a pain in the butt job.
Right.
And so I am on the Board of Elections. I'm going to stay on the Board of Elections until we get a new freaking
Yeah,
building.
might I say this, but I don't like to get into politics. Bravo on what you're doing there.
Oh, you should. Did you see the post I made from the Youngstown Business Journal doing another political cartoon about me?
No, but I saw the footage the other day of the meeting that you had with a group of people, and I just thought it was excellent.
Yeah, I mean, they think that I've already. Well, first of all, I'm one of 4 people that make the decision. There are 3 other board members. I just happen to be the loudest and most obnoxious. But I really think, being as bold as I have been, and much of a PIA I've been, I've moved the ball down the field. Okay, so much so now that we're working directly with the Port Authority. And pretty soon, I'm going to be presenting some things to the county commissioners. And we've viewed the bottom dollar grocery store on Glenwood Avenue, and I loved it. And if we can make it work, we can make it work. It just comes down to dollar bills. That's all it is.
Right, but you got to get a place that's easy for people to get in and out of, plenty of parking, and
well, that only had, now listen to this. This is crazy what I'm about to tell you. Bottom dollar only had 72 parking spaces. Are you ready for this? That's not enough. Think about that. For 20 days of the year, we need about 120, 130 parking spaces.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We will.
We're
the only government agency. We have 14 regular employees, okay? Mm-hmm. We ramp up to 900 employees on election day. You know, a couple days before and then a couple days after. Twice a year we have to do that. And so the space we need, we only need it for, I want to say, 70 days out of the year. But we have to have it. So
when I was watching that video, that was, I think it was this week or maybe last week, when that meeting was, you know, I had one other thought, and I had one other thought when watching it. I said to myself, I watched him grow old.
Thanks, Ron. I really appreciate that.
No, I mean, I remember when your hair was jet black.
Me too.
Honest to God.
Me too. You know what's nice, Ron? This August.
And I say, wow.
This August.
You look good in gray hair.
This August, I'm at full retirement age, so I can start taking my Social Security and make as much money as I want.
There you go. God bless you.
God bless America. I only paid into the system for, I've worked every day since I've been 16 years old, except
you used to work at the Brown Derby.
I was a dishwasher, then a cook, then a waiter, then a host. I worked at the upstairs lounge. I worked at a drive-through. I've done it all. Okay, I've worked at the public. I've worked at the Consumers Council. I have worked since I've been 16 years old. I'm 56. Outside of 1 year, I've worked 50 years.
You're not 56. You're 66.
I'm 66. I'm sorry. I've worked 50 years solid in my life. So they say, oh, when should you take your... I'm going to say, I'm going to bet on my health and take it and hope I live a long time. Now, you can wait until you're 70 and get more money, but I'm like... Nah.
You don't know. No.
I'm going to take it as soon as the government wants to give it to me, which is August.
Right. I tell you, and you can put it all into gas for your boat. How's that sound?
Well, I just filled up my little Mercedes. I have a small Mercedes.
Oh, the girl car you bought. Yeah.
But it takes premium.
Oh, really?
It's $5.09 a gallon. Is America great yet again? Because it cost me $80 to fill up my tank.
That little car.
Yeah. It only holds 16 gallons. Do the math.
Oh, my. That's really... Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to trade it in and to go back to your Cadillac or something like that.
No, that
All right,
you know, if I could get away with driving one of those little Italian cars, what do they call them, Joe? What do they call them?
You should get a Tesla. That's what you should get.
Oh yeah, Tesla. Yeah, that'll really work for me. A Tesla,
no,
because they're
driving
very
around
inexpensive.
Well, they're not that bad. You don't do that much long distance driving. You
Oh,
don't
no.
go to court.
All I know
gas
is
up.
what's today? Today is April 9th.
Yeah,
In
all day.
Let's see,
As a
9.
matter of fact, I
In
think
14 days. Let's
who's
see.
running the controls? Joe running the controls today.
Yes,
Joe
Joe's-
had a Tesla. Joe had a Tesla.
Did you like it? You too.
He loved it.
Yeah, the problem is
Yeah,
I
you-
have to drive it to Sandusky, and that's
Oh,
about 100 miles.
I think you.
They have
you just
charging
plug it in when you
stations
get
at
there.
my marina, though. I got to be honest with you.
Right.
But
So what-
you know,
don't
Teslas
worry
are not
about
cheap cars.
Smart car. That's what you're trying to think of.
Yeah.
Smart.
They're not cheap.
Yeah.
They're very
Right.
expensive.
I mean, you know, it's just. Hey, if Joe can afford one, you can afford one.
Not this year. You know what? The only day I'm a Republican is on April 15th. I just met with
Hey, David.
I just met with my
David,
accountant, and
You know what?
I'm hurting
You know
a
what
little
Mike
bit
told
right
me?
now.
But get a load of this, and let's put politics out of it. If you're 65 and older, you get an additional $6,000 deduction, which is huge. And if Pam is 65 and older, you get a $12,000 deduction. It's huge.
Well, I don't know what
It's
my
make a
accountant did, but I met with her today, and
difference.
I feel a little bit like I got prison raped. I'm just being honest with
Oh,
you.
yeah. You're more than likely.
Now the government doesn't want to check. They want to just take it out of a bank account. She goes,
Oh,
can
why
I have
not?
your bank account numbers? They're just, do you have enough money in there? And I'm like, barely.
Right. Pretty good bet. You're not
April
getting much left when
15th,
they're
I
done.
just, oh
Yeah.
God. It's just,
Well, ask Joe for a couple of bucks. He can
no,
spare
no,
some money.
you tell that guy that comes on after me. Okay. Cause
Oh,
he
John.
has,
Okay, yeah.
he has all my retirement accounts. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, oh,
Yeah.
Dave, when this market bounces back, we can make you a lot of money. Ask him when my money's coming. Do that
It's
favor
coming
for me.
soon.
You
I
ask
will
John
take
Arnold. John, I was on with Dave Beatrice. He wants to know when the market's bouncing back so he could take some money.
All right. I'll make sure. I'll make sure.
Write that down,
I
Ron.
do that. All right. Let's take a couple of calls. You're on the air with our attorneys tonight. Legal show. Hello.
Howdy, is this me?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
I have a question that has to do with whether you think I have an age discrimination case at work.
Go ahead. Full timer.
Thank you. I'm 65 years old, and I'm a project manager. My education is I'm a professional mechanical engineer and a mathematician. So 5 years ago, in March of 21, the company did a reorg, and I was forced into a people manager position. I was told I was going to supervise 5 people. I asked if I had a choice. They said no. I asked if I was going to get more money. They said no. So I did it for almost 4 years, and I did it well. I mean, the people who work for me really liked working for me. And I got no real pay increase other than, cost of living annually. So then we fast forward to December of 24, and the company did another reorg, where now we're center-led, meaning we're corporate's in charge and everything trickles down from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was no longer a people manager, and 14 of us PMs reported to the guy in corporate. On the side note, he's an idiot that got the job just by sucking up to the big shots, but that's here nor there. Then in 3/31 of this year, we were told they created a position for a manager position. Now, this is a pay grade increase, and it's also a bonus increase from $30,000 to $45,000 a year. It's the same exact job that I did. Same people, other than an office lady, 5 people. And the position they give to another guy that's 5-6 years younger than me. And this is also the same guy when they did the first reorg I was told he was not even considered for this job
Okay.
because of his lack of qualification. So, I mean, and he's another brown noser that knows, that's how you get ahead. You got to suck up to the bosses. So I was not even considered for this or offered it. And I just want to know your thoughts.
Well, if you think you were subjected to age discrimination, you can file a complaint with the EEOC. They will do an investigation, and after their investigation, they can sue on your behalf, or they can give you what's called a right to sue. But at 65, I mean, how long did you plan on working?
So as soon as they close the lid, right?
Oh, so your retirement day will be the same day as your wake.
Yeah, pretty. And if my wife has her way, she'll make me work 2 weeks longer. So,
Well, you know why I can't retire, right?
actually, I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to go to at least 67,
Right.
But I kind of like what I do, and I'm like, with my wife.
Yeah, well, so here's what you have to accept. Here's what you have to accept. You're north of 65, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm north of 65. And the reason I can't retire is it would break my marital vows.
Why is that?
Well, because when I got married 36 years ago, I remember standing on the altar with my jet black hair on.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
You're
You'll
not gonna
finish
make
that
me
story.
hold that thought.
Yep. Hang on. Hold that thought. Caller in line. Stand by. Plenty to discuss with him when we come back.
Use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Here's what's happening.
Ali Larijani is dead.
Claims of the Iranian security chief killed. More from Fox.
Larijani was largely considered the de facto leader.
The Strait of Hormuz. Where are the allies?
I'm almost doing it because I want to find out how they react.
Counter-terror chief Joe Kent resigns in Iran war protest.
We all understood.
Speaker Johnson defends the decision.
There was clearly an imminent threat.
Cuba. Trump ready to step in.
Taking Cuba, I mean, think I can do anything I want with it.
Check in often. News Radio 570. WKBN.
First Lady Melania Trump says she was unaware about the crimes committed by Jeffrey Epstein and wants false stories and images of her associated with him to stop. Speaking from the White House today, the First Lady said she's never been friends with Epstein and never rode on his plane. She went on to call any allegations to the contrary false smears, and they must stop. Melania said her lawyers have contacted several individuals and companies behind the smears, and they've been asked to retract their statements and stories. President Trump is warning that it will be very painful if Iran doesn't make a peace deal with the U.S. Speaking to NBC News, Trump said Iran's leaders are agreeing to all the things that they have agreed to. This comes as Vice President J.D. Vance is set to lead peace talks over the weekend in Pakistan. For now, the fragile ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran appears to be holding. Trump said Israel is scaling back operations in Lebanon after Iran said the attacks were a violation of the ceasefire deal. I'm Chris Carraggio.
Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, news, talk, and sports radio. Podcasts too. Download the app. Free. Never sounded so good.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
New Browns head coach Todd Monken had a clear message to his team yesterday when he met with them for the first time. He said, we're in the development and the winning business. Guardian shortstop Gabriel Arias, he'll miss at least a month. He's got a left hammy strain. He suffered it Monday. Cleveland heads to Atlanta for the weekend tomorrow. And golf's first major of the year is underway at Augusta National with Rory McIlroy looking to defend his crown at the Masters. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
This program is furnished by the program participants.
Now, Ron Verb On News Radio 570 WKBN.
Back to it. Legal show brought to you by Beatrice Coppins. Enjoying it with Attorney Beatrice tonight. Thoroughly enjoying it. David, when this caller is saying, is he a victim of age discrimination? There's a couple of things I would like to bounce off of you. You always talk about Ohio being an employee at will state. Do they not have the ability to say, well, we selected this guy at this time because we think he's better qualified or more qualified? You might disagree with it, but there's many ways they can cover their behind, even if he thinks he's age discriminated against. Comment, please.
So if he thinks he's age discriminated against, like I told him, he can get a hold of the EEOC, file a complaint. They will do an investigation. And if they find that you were age discriminated against, they will either bring the case themselves or they'll give you a right to sue letter, and then you can find a lawyer. But from what you're telling me, the guy that got the job is how much younger than you?
About 5-6 years.
Yeah. That's going to be a pretty tough one, to be honest with you.
All right. And to answer your question, Ron, I would counter with, well, I did the job for almost 4 years and I did it well. All my evaluations were above target, on target. So you can't really claim, oh, he's more qualified because I did it. And when that happened the first time, he was not even considered because he wasn't.
Right. I'm not saying what you're saying isn't accurate. I believe you, but I believe it's also going to be hard to prove.
I understand. Well,
and you never heard my answer, Ron, as to why I can never retire.
Why is that, David?
I want to hear that too.
Yeah, you want to hear that, caller? It would break my marital vows.
Well, why is that?
Because 36 years ago, standing on the altar, as you say, with my jet black hair,
yes,
I promised my wife, for better or for worse,
right,
in sickness and in health,
right.
It never mentioned anything about lunch. It said, and you promise to have lunch with her when you retire. That wasn't part of the vows.
And that's why you can't.
I don't want to have lunch with her. I love my wife. I choose not to have lunch with her every day. Because if you've been married 36 years, and most men out there that have been married that long, they probably agree with me. After that much marriage, you don't want to really hang out with your wife. You come home and.
How about this guy? He thinks his wife's going to make him work 2 weeks after he's dead.
Dave, I think we married twins. But,
when I used to do divorce work years and years ago, Ron.
What? Hang on. He's got one other question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So if I filed this claim at EEOC, do you think that would cause friction at work?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'd be so happy to be investigated by the EEOC.
Yeah.
All right, Tom.
You think I could cause friction work? No, not at all. It's always wonderful to have a government agency climb up your sphincter, okay, and see what's going on up there, okay?
I got a slight connection with Dave. When his daughter was on homecoming court at YSU, she was partnered with my son.
Oh. Well, he was a lucky guy. He got away from her. That's all I can say.
Well, he's a physician now, so I'm sure he'll.
Listen, what was his name?
Yeah. You should have hooked him up. Did you hear what he said? He's a doctor now.
Yeah, that's why he got smart. He didn't marry my daughter. He knows. I'm afraid of my daughter.
Thank you for your call. Okay. Appreciate it. You're not you got a lovely daughter.
I do have look, we're Delta Zeta dads. I get it, but
yes, we are.
I told you the story when I brought my daughter to work one day, right?
I heard every story about your daughter when she needed anything. And,
so my daughter decided when she was 17, and she said, "Daddy, I think I'm going to come work with you." And I said, okay. And she goes, it was a Sunday morning after church. I said, okay. She goes, let's go up to the office and pick out my office. And I said, well, Rose, we really, clerks and stuff, we have common work areas. At that time we had cubicles. We've gotten rid of them. And I go to her, I said, Rose, we you just don't get an office. She goes, you don't understand. I'm your daughter. And so I get an office. I said, okay. So brought her to the office and she goes, I like this office, Daddy. I said, okay, Rose, And she goes, but I don't like the color. So let's go to, whatever, DIY or whatever. And she goes, let's pick out paint. We're going to paint it. I go, Rose, I'm not painting the office. There I was at 10 o'clock at night painting the office. So we got done painting it, fresh coat of paint. She comes to work in the morning. I walk into her office and I set a stack of papers in front of her. She goes, what's this, Daddy? And I go, well, in the real world, this is called work. And in the real world, see, your boss gives you work. You then complete the work and then you give it back to him. And if it's not done correctly, he gives it back to you. That's how the real world works. Not even a second goes by. And she goes, well, let me tell you how it works in my real world. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. She goes, one day I alone will choose which kind of a nursing home you go into. So if I was you, I'd be nice to me. Where are we going for lunch? Joe, I'm not kidding you. That's what she said to me. She absolutely said that to me. I got scared. I was like, yeah, one day I'm going to be old. And if I'm not nice to her, she's going to put me in a crappy nurse.
She'll take you right to Canada where they just kill you.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, I'm like, she pulled out that card on me. I go, my God, that's why I'm afraid of her.
Right. She's down in Florida, right?
No, she moved now.
Where to now?
South Bend, Indiana.
Why?
So my son's still in the service. Okay.
Right.
And when he was in the service, in the Ranger Regiment, there was another guy in the Ranger Regiment. And when Rose would go down to visit my son, she met this other guy.
Oh,
okay.
God.
And then I had to put up with her going to Savannah, Georgia and not seeing my son, but she'd go down there to see this other soldier, right? So he got out of the Army and they've moved around a little bit. And now through the GI Bill, he's going to go get a master's degree from Notre Dame University. Now, these universities recruit veterans who have undergraduate degrees because the government pays for their education.
Well, what's he want to get a degree in? First of all, that's what matters.
An MBA from Notre Dame University. So she's in her new home.
He needs to become a doctor, physician doctor.
Yeah. Well, that guy got away from my daughter. Pretty smart guy.
Yeah. But now she can manipulate this one in that direction.
Oh, she's got him just so.
What? She's got him what?
So they were on the boat one time and we're coming back from the islands, okay? And we're going past Cedar Point. And as we're driving past Cedar Point, I go, Paul, when I was your age, I'd be riding those roller coasters. It would be blank and beers, okay? I don't want to say what the blank was because, probably get bleeped out.
We know.
Okay. And she goes, what's that mean, Daddy? I go, it's like guy talk, blank and beers. And she goes, well, Paul doesn't like beers. Paul, tell my dad you don't like beers. And I'm like, dude, please don't do that to me. There's a bro code. Don't break it. And he looks at me and goes, yeah, I don't really like beers. I go, oh, God, she broke him.
Oh, God, she ruined him. Yeah, she ruined him right there. So she basically moved down there to be with him, and they're a couple now.
Yeah, and my other son, Joseph, he's getting engaged in May. So maybe before I die, I'll get a grandchild or two. I don't know.
Well, he's in the military. Who's he getting engaged to? He's in the military. He can't.
He has,
right?
He has. He's now decided that he is going to what I call muster out. So November of 27, he'll have 10 years in with the military and he'll be out.
Now, David, listen to me, okay? Are you listening?
Yeah.
This is your mission. You got to convince your son not to do that because if he can get at least 15 to 20, then he can get...
No, 20 is the retirement age, and there's
He's halfway there.
Ron, listen, I have talked to him until I'm blue in my face. He doesn't think one day he's going to be 45 years old, but one day he's going to be 45 years old. The problem is the training is so brutal that his body is breaking down. It really is. I mean, he can't, his back is all messed up because he has to do a combat jump a month. I have no idea where he's at.
Well, can he get in a different division?
He does not want to go to the big army. He goes, big army is crazy, Dad. You know, I want to be this and blah, 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 blah. He's nuts. Okay,
he's halfway there. So
Ron,
it makes me feel good that you and I are on the same page.
Absolutely, but he's not going to listen to me. Delta Force wanted him to try out, and he was thinking about it, and then he said, no, I'm just done with this.
Well, what's he going to do when he gets out? Exactly.
Well, he's going to get 100% disability, no doubt about that. He has TBI, has traumatic brain injury, because he's had 5 combat deployments. He has back injury. He has all kinds of injuries. So there's no doubt when he gets out, he'll have 100% disability. And I think that's either $4,500 or $5,000 a month, tax free. And then if he gets a job, he'll get a job in, working for one of the defense contractors, and then we go from there. They seek out, guys with college degrees that were in.
I am so glad you and I are on the same page with him. I wish I could.
He won't listen to anything I say.
And do you like the girl he's going to marry?
Oh, she's wonderful. I love her.
Really?
We're getting engaged. My wife and I just went and picked up the engagement ring for him. And
I was down, in the beginning of March down in Florida giving, my daughter got married.
She got married. Wow.
Yes, she did.
So I have 2 children now that want to get married. One wants to get married in 27. One wants to get married in 28. And my daughter warned me. She goes, there's no limit on what I want for my wedding. I go, absolutely not, Rose. Absolutely not. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay?
Oh, for the love of God. God help you. Honest to God.
Yeah. God help me.
I've
now my youngest son moved down to Savannah to be with my older son. And so I called my youngest son. I said, look, you moved to Georgia now. You have to get a Georgia, Florida license. He goes, no, I don't. I go, yes, you do.
Right.
That's no, I don't. I go, okay, I'm a lawyer. You're not. You got to get a Georgia, Florida license. And then I had to get him Georgia insurance. Okay. Do you think he paid for the insurance?
No, I'm sure it's more expensive.
No, it was only going to be $475 for 6 months until they looked up his driving record.
Well, what did it go to then?
$1,000 for 6 months.
Boy, life is good for you, isn't it?
Oh, it's just wonderful.
No wonder when I see that Facebook video, you have that hopeless look on your face just throwing that ball to the dog.
The dog's the only thing that brings me joy in my life. He likes me. No matter what I do, he comes up, he licks me, loves me.
All right. All of that stuff. It's beautiful. Let's take some more calls for Attorney David Beatrice. You're on the air tonight. Hello there. Hello, caller. You got a question?
Hello. Is that me?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Hello. Thank you. What I was calling about was a couple statements from a homeowner's policy. They're similar, and I wanted to know your interpretation of them. Is that okay?
Yes. Go ahead.
Well, how long are they? How long are these segments you're going to read us?
No, it's not long. Okay, the first one is our payment methods. It says we will make a cash settlement and take all or part of the property at its appraised or agreed upon value, or repair or replace the damaged property with property of like kind and quality. We will give you notice of our intention within 30 days after we receive your proof of loss. And this other one is similar. It says salvage rights. If as a result of your loss, we replace your property or pay you for your property other than for repair of your property, at our option, we have the right but not the obligation to take legal title of your property.
I like the first policy better, if you're asking me.
Oh, no, it's the same policy, 2 different statements in the same policy.
I'd have to read the whole policy. What happened to your home?
No. There's no loss. It's a new policy that we've had for a couple of years. It's called Foremost. But it sounds to us
Is
like
this a car policy?
No, a homeowner's policy.
No home. Yeah, just tell me. It sounds to us like they have the choice of whether to replace or to give you some cash value, and then they could take it, the property, if they want. Is that not true, or is it?
Yeah, because say you have a catastrophic fire, okay?
Right.
They could say, you know what? It's better for us just to give you the value of your home than to replace it. So here's what the fair market value of your home is. Go buy another home.
Okay, and can they take your property?
Well, if they give you the fair market value of your home, yeah, if they give you the fair market value of the home, from what you just read me, it says, yeah, you have to relinquish your property.
Which is the real estate and all.
Well, I'm sure you have. Do you have a rider for the contents?
Yes.
Okay.
You mean there's an area that would cover the personal property? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
make
saying?
sure that it's not depreciated. That's the actual cash value. Okay. So I just had something happen to my house, and as smart as I am, you thought I'd read the fine print. I didn't. On my homeowner's policy, I had wind and hail damage. So I turned it into my homeowners, and they go, "Oh, you have a $7,000 deductible." I went, "What?" Because when I bought my homeowners, I had a new roof. And then I just renewed it every year, even switching companies. And I didn't bother to take that part of it out. And then they put in this clause, the depreciated value of your roof. So I had a contractor come in and say, your roof needs to be replaced. These tiles can't be, $29,000. And the adjuster came out and said, yeah, we can find these same kind of things. And it's $1,000, which is well below your $7,000. So I called my roofer. He goes, well, we can argue with them. And I said, so what's a 24-year-old roof worth? And he said, maybe $10,000 or $11,000. And I'm like, do I want to get in a fight with my insurance company over $3,000? No. There we go.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Wait a second.
Quickly,
wait
go
a
ahead.
second, though. You said you cut me off.
No, go quickly.
Oh, okay. No. Now, it does say about depreciation in the policy that they would consider depreciation.
Right.
So you're saying that's not good.
No.
Not good. Okay.
Not good. What they want to do is they go, oh, we want to depreciate your roof. Well, when I buy my new policy, we're not going to have that on there. Okay. We're not going to have
I think
a $7,000 deductible.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I
Quickly.
believe this says depreciation, though, of everything, of the cost.
So real estate is real estate. The value of your home is the value of your home. So generally, property appreciates. It doesn't depreciate. I think what they're talking about depreciation is the contents of your home.
The cost.
Yeah, like your couch. If your couch is 10 years old, then you're going to get the depreciated cost of your couch.
Not the replacement cost.
Right.
Yeah, no, I get that.
All
I
right.
thought it meant the replacement cost, but you don't think so. Okay.
No. Okay.
But we don't want any depreciation otherwise in there. Find another policy.
Well, you got to ask yourself, if you bought a couch 10 years ago for $2,000, what do you think that couch is worth today?
Oh, probably nothing. No, I don't mean the personal property. I'm concerned with the dwelling itself.
Well, actual cash value, right, Davis?
Yeah, I mean, you want to make sure that they give you the fair market price of your home. Okay, the actual cash value, not depreciated, because property does not depreciate. Unlike some idiots who buy boats and sink all their money into a depreciating asset.
Right. All right, dear.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. What kind of an idiot, though, would buy a boat with it depreciates? I mean, what kind of an idiot?
There I am with my hand raised. Okay, here I am.
Would that be you?
That'd be me.
You won't be able to.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna love filling up my
that's gonna be a thing of the past when we pay for Rose's wedding.
Oh, Rose says, Dad, I don't want to hear anything out of you. I'm going to have the wedding I want to have, where I want to have it, and you're paying for it all. Yes, ma'am.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That is really the love of a father, folks.
Oh, yeah, the love of a father.
You're on
for
the air.
fear that he gets put in a bad nursing home. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, caller.
How you doing today?
Good. Your comments for the Attorney Beatrice.
All right. First of all, when it comes to daughters, we all understand. And I like your comedy show. Y'all better than TV, okay?
Hang on a second, caller. I could listen to Beatrice talk for the entire hour. The most enjoyable legal shows, and I don't mean this to insult any of the other attorneys, is when Dave's on by himself talking about Dave's life. Honest to God, it is so damn interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I had to put it on mute. That's how bad it was.
Right.
It's good. But I looked at the Reader Digest. My daughter got accused of something at a job. But she was cleared by the Children's Services Board. And I think she got a case. I didn't know.
Got a case for what?
They say she hurt a child, but the Children's Service Board said they couldn't find no fault to it.
Okay, so who are you going to sue? Because she was cleared. So
I thought you went out.
Okay, so do you want to sue somebody, caller? What do you want to do?
Oh, no. I just wanted to see about her getting her record clear and see if she could get a job back.
Well,
they fired her?
Well, she resigned, but they was
she resigned. Now she wants to take back her resignation. Why did she resign?
Because when they was talking, they said they had people that said she did all this, but she never knew that I guess I put it in the program, went to the Children's Services Board, and then she got a letter in the mail saying that she was cleared from all charges.
Yeah. Well, if she was not guilty of anything, resigning doesn't help her case, does it?
That's what, what? I kept telling my wife and daughter that don't resign. But
what do you think you're the only human being like that on earth? You can't tell your wife or daughter
I heard
anything.
your comedy act. I thought you was talking about me at the time.
I got married 36 years ago. My wife told me when we got married, she could make all the little decisions and I'd make all the big decisions. And you know something, Ron? 36 years later, I've not had to make one decision in life.
There have been no big decisions.
No big decisions had to be made. Where we go on vacation? That's a small decision. Buying a car for the children, that's a small decision. Where we live, that's a small decision.
So in 36 years, you get to make all the big decisions, and there haven't been any.
There has not been one.
So when it comes to paying for Rose's wedding, that would be
that's not listen to me. I've already been warned. I better start saving up now. And you better tell John when that stock market comes back, I have a couple demands on me. So I'm expecting him to perform. Okay?
Okay.
He goes on these cruises. I can't get a hold of him. He's always in Jupiter, Florida. He's got this home. He's got that home. And here I am working every day. Tell John to get to work for the love of God.
Right. And he's down there probably representing Tiger Woods or something like that.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Beatrice's life is just like yours, caller, pretty much.
No, it's not just him. It's every man out there that's been married over 30 years. I love it when guys are getting married. Oh, I love her. Oh, I love her. She's the best thing. I go, I'll tell you what. I'll give you $1 for every guy married over 30 years that says, oh, that was the best thing I did. And then I'll be richer at the end of the day. You give me $1 for everyone that says don't do it.
Well, I always tell my wife, I say,
I go, just yes.
I got married at the altar with and left with are two different women. She get mad at me.
My wife was driving a Thunder. What was that? What was the? I don't know. Some kind of
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, a beat up Thunderbird. That's what she was driving, rusted out, and I was driving a 450 Mercedes. After I got married, I pulled into the parking lot in downtown Youngstown. The guy came up to me because then they had paid, they had people that would pay. They didn't have all these apps and everything. Guy said, it didn't take her too long. I says, oh, no, it did not. Because coming back from our honeymoon, my wife said, listen, this is how it's going to work. The money you make is our money. The money I make is my money.
And by the way, I'm taking the Mercedes.
Right? That's what she did.
And how did you enjoy driving the beat up Thunderbird?
It wasn't fun.
All right, thank you, caller.
There was nothing enjoyable about driving a beat up Thunderbird. Tomorrow morning, and we have time to say what I'm talking about tomorrow morning on WFMJ today.
Go ahead, quickly.
Melania and I were going to be talking about the accountability of drug users with the Matthew Perry case. And yes, you can be held responsible if you sell drugs to someone and they die from it. Absolutely.
Thank you, David.
All right.
You brought them to your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section. When Dad injured his back. When your basketball star tore his ACL. Opioids helped with the pain.